putting 0 in place of x in this equation, x is equal to 0. When we put x is equal to 0, we get y is equal to 0 plus 2, that is equal to 2. That means x coordinate 0 and y coordinate 2. X coordinate 0 and y coordinate 2 is a point lying on this straight line. Now we will put 0 in place of y. Y is equal to 0. When y is equal to 0, 0 is equal to x plus 2. X plus 2. This implies shifting 2 on the left side, minus 2 is equal to x. That means x coordinate minus 2 and y coordinate 0. X coordinate minus 2 and y coordinate 0 is a point lying on this straight line. Now we will draw this straight line on the plane by locating these 2 points. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2. X coordinate 0, y coordinate 2. X coordinate 0, this is origin. X coordinate on y axis will be 0. X coordinate 0 and y coordinate 2. This is the point whose coordinate is 0, 2. 0, 2. 0, 2. X coordinate minus 2 and y coordinate 0. X coordinate minus 2 and y coordinate 0 means height 0. This is the point with coordinate of this point minus 2, 0. Joining these 2 points and extending this in the both direction, we get the straight line whose equation is y is equal to x plus 2. Y is equal to x plus 2. When we put 0 in place of x in this equation, x is equal to 0, we get y is equal to 4 minus 0 means 4. Therefore, we get a point with coordinate 0, 4. Coordinate 0, 4 lying on this straight line. Now we put 0 in place of y. When y is equal to 0, we get 0 is equal to 4 minus 3x. Shifting 3x on the left hand side, we get 3x is equal to 4. This implies x is equal to 4 by 3. X is equal to 4 by 3. Therefore, x coordinate 4 by 3 and y coordinate 0. X coordinate 4 by 3 and y coordinate 0 is a point lying on this straight line. Therefore, now we can draw the straight line this. One, 2, 4 by 3 means 1 whole and 1 by 3. 1 whole and 1 by 3 point will be something like this at this place. 0, 4, x coordinate 0 and y coordinate 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. X coordinate, y coordinate. This point will be 0, 4. 0, 4. And this point is 4 by 3, 0. 4 by 3, 0. Joining these 2 points, we get the straight line y is equal to 4 minus 3x. Y is equal to 4 minus 3x. This line y is equal to 4 minus 3x intersect x-axis in the positive direction and y-axis at the height of 4 unit. But this line y is equal to x plus 2 intersect x-axis on the left hand side and intersect y-axis at the height of 2 unit. That means this line intersect y-axis above this point, above this point. When we put 0 in place of x, x is equal to 0, we get y is equal to 0 square, that means 0. Therefore, a point lying on this curve whose equation is y is equal to x square will be x coordinate 0, y coordinate 0. When we put x is equal to 1 in place of x, we get y is equal to 1 square, that is equal to 1. That means x coordinate 1, y coordinate 1 will be a point lying on this curve. When we put x is equal to minus 1, we get y is equal to minus 1 square, that means 1. Therefore, there will be a point whose x coordinate is minus 1, y coordinate is 1. When we put 2 in place of x, we get y is equal to 4. Therefore, x coordinate 2, y coordinate 4. 2, 4 will be a point lying on this graph. When we put x is equal to minus 2, we get y is equal to minus 2 square, that means plus 4. Therefore, there will be a point minus 2, 4 on this curve. X-axis, y-axis. 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0. This point will be 0, 0. 1, 1. X coordinate 1, y coordinate 1. This point will be 1, 1. Minus 1, 1. X coordinate minus 1, y coordinate 1. This point will be minus 1, 1. 2, 4. X coordinate 2, y coordinate 4. This point will be 2, 4. Minus 2, 4. X coordinate minus 2, y coordinate 4. This point will be minus 2, 4. Now, join all these points by free hand, we get graph of y is equal to x square, which looks like this. Y is equal to x square. Actually, y is equal to x square is a parabola that whose vertex is origin and it is symmetric about y-axis. That means when we take image of this of part of this parabola lying on the right side of y-axis. In y-axis, we get part of this parabola lying on the left side of y-axis. This is the meaning of symmetry. And it opens upward. It opens upward. This is the graph of parabola y is equal to x square. Now, we will draw all these three graphs, this straight line, and this parabola on one axis. This is the straight line y is equal to x plus 2. This is a straight line y is equal to 4 minus 3x. And this is parabola y is equal to x square. Now, we want to find the point of intersection of this parabola and this straight line. This point of intersection. This straight line will also intersect this parabola when we extend this parabola ahead and this straight line ahead. Then we will get some point of intersection on this side of y-axis. But we are not interested in finding the point of intersection lying on the right side of y-axis. We want to find the point of intersection of this point that lies on the left hand side of y-axis. And not y coordinate of this point, only x coordinate. Only x coordinate is enough to solve the problem. Therefore, we will find only x coordinate. For this purpose, we will solve equation of this parabola and equation of this straight line. Putting y is equal to x square at this place, we get x square is equal to x plus 2. This implies x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. This implies x square minus 2x plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. This implies taking x common, x minus 2 plus taking 1 as common, there is left x minus 2 is equal to 0. This implies taking x minus 2 common from these two terms, x minus 2, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Either this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. From this is equal to 0, we get x is equal to 2. And from this is equal to 0, we get x is equal to minus 1. Since x coordinate 2 is the x coordinate of point of intersection of this line and this parabola lying on the right hand side of y-axis, x is equal to minus 1 is the x coordinate of this point of intersection of this parabola and this line. Drawing perpendicular from this point on x-axis, here will be minus 1. That means x coordinate of this point will be minus 1. Now we want to find the point of intersection of this line and this line. For this purpose, we will solve the equation of these two lines. Putting x plus 2 in place of y in this equation, we get x plus 2 is equal to 4 minus 3x. Shifting this 3x on the left hand side, we get 4x is equal to, shifting 2 on the right hand side, we get 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2. Dividing right hand side by this 4, we get x is equal to 1 by 2. That means x coordinate 1 by 2 is the x coordinate of this point of intersection. Drawing perpendicular on x axis, this point, x coordinate of this point will be 1 by 2. Actually, x coordinate on all the point of this dotted line will be 1 by 2. Similarly, x coordinate of all the point lying on this dotted line will be minus 1. Therefore, actually this dotted line, equation of this dotted line is x is equal to 1 by 2. Equation of this dotted line is x is equal to minus 1. Now we want to find the x coordinate of this point of intersection of this parabola and this straight line. For this purpose, we will solve these two equations. Putting value of y from this equation in place of this y in this equation, we get x square is equal to 4 minus 3x. This implies x square plus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. This implies x square plus 4x minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. This implies x plus 4 minus 1 x plus 4 is equal to 0. This implies x plus 4 x minus 1 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to minus 4 x is equal to 1. X coordinate of this point will be positive, not negative. Therefore, x coordinate of this point will be 1. Drawing perpendicular from this point on x-axis, this point on x-axis will have x coordinate as 1. We take any point on the line y is equal to x plus 2. Suppose we take this point whose x coordinate is 1. Whose x coordinate is 1. Then y coordinate will be 1 plus 2, that means 3. And when we put coordinate of this point in this equation, we get 3 is equal to 1 plus 2. That means this equation is satisfied. From this point, we move 1 unit below. X coordinate of this point will be 1, but y coordinate will be 1 less than 3. That means coordinate of this point will be 1, 2. When we put coordinate of this point in this equation, we see that 2 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, therefore 2 is less than 1 plus 2. That means when this is xy, then this point, for this point, we get y less than x plus 2. Take any point, not any point, but a point which is 1 unit above this point. X coordinate of this point will be 1, but y coordinate will be 1 more than 3. That means 4. When we put coordinate of this point in this equation, we see that 4 is greater than 1 plus 2. That means if coordinate of this point be xy, then we get y greater than x plus 2. For this point, this equation is satisfied. That means y is equal to, here is equal to x plus 2. Any point below this point, any point, for any point lying just below this point, this condition will be satisfied. For any point lying just above this point, this condition will be satisfied. That means on this side, this condition y less than x plus 2 will be satisfied. Here is given A is equal to a set of point xy such that this condition is satisfied. Here is minimum, here is written minimum of x plus 2 4 minus 3x. Minimum of x plus 2 4 minus 3x. From x coordinate minus 1 to x coordinate 1 by 2. This height from this straight line, is less than height from this straight line. Therefore, height from this straight line will be minimum. That means x plus 2 will be minimum. And y should be less than or equal to minimum of these two. That means y should be less than or equal to x plus 2. That means from x coordinate minus 1 to x coordinate 1 by 2, we have to take the area below this line. Similarly, we can see that for the line y is equal to 4 minus 3x, any point lying on this side of this line will satisfy the condition y greater than 4 minus 3x. For any point lying on this side of this straight line, the condition y less than 4 minus 3x will be satisfied. And for any point lying on this line, y is equal to 4 minus 3x will be satisfied. From x coordinate 1 by 2 to x coordinate 1, from this point to this point, from x coordinate 1 by 2 to x coordinate 1, height from this line is smaller than height from this straight line. Therefore, from x coordinate 1 by 2 to 1, x coordinate 1, minimum height is obtained from this 4 minus 3x. And we have to take the point whose y coordinate is either less than or equal to 4 minus 3x. That means we have to take the area of region that lie below this straight line. In the same way, we can see that any point lying inside the parabola y is equal to x square. For any point lying inside the parabola, the condition y greater than x square will be satisfied. For any point lying outside means below, outside of this parabola, the condition y coordinate is less than x square will be satisfied. Here we are said that this condition x square less than equal to y, that means y greater than equal to x square. Y greater than equal to x square. Y greater than x square is the point lying inside the parabola, and y is equal to x square will be the point lying on this parabola. That means we have to take the point lying on this parabola or above this parabola. Therefore, we have to find the area of this region. Find the area of this region. Shaded from x minus 1 to x1 by 2 by this line, and from x1 by 2 to x1 by this plus sign. We have to find this area of this region. Now understand the formula that we will use to find the area of this region. Which formula we are going to use to find area of this region? Suppose this is graph of y is equal to fx. Suppose this is graph of y is equal to fx. On this graph, there is a point whose x coordinate is a. When we draw perpendicular from this point to x-axis, it meets x-axis at a point. That means this dotted line is x is equal to a. Another point lying on this point, from another point lying on this graph, when we draw perpendicular on x-axis, it meets x-axis at B. That means x coordinate of this point will also be B. Now, area below this curve, above x-axis, and between these two dotted line, that means this shaded area, we suppose area of this shaded region as delta, then delta will be given by the formula integration in this curve. Write the function that lies on the right hand side of is equal to psi, that means fx. Then write dx. A this dotted line is x is equal to a, so write below a. This dotted line is x is equal to b, therefore upper limit of integration will be b. This is the formula to find the area bounded by curve x-axis and two lines x is equal to a, x is equal to b. We will use this formula to find the area of this region. Comparing this from y is equal to fx, x plus 2 is in place of fx. Therefore, when we write integration x plus 2 dx minus 1 to 1 by 2, minus 1 to 1 by 2, we get this area. Lying below this straight line above x-axis and between these two straight line x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 1 by 2. But this is not equal to area between the two dotted line below this and above this parabola. Why? Because this part lying below the parabola is not included in this area, but here all the region have been included in this area. Similarly, when we write this equation is y is equal to 4 minus 3x, y is equal to 4 minus 3x. When we write integration 4 minus 3x dx 1 by 2 to 1, we get this area. This area is more than area shaded by plus sign here. Now, when we write this is y is equal to x square, when we write x square dx minus 1 to 1, we get area shaded by point. Area shaded by this point. When we add this area with this area and subtract this area from sum of these two areas, we will get this area of this region. If suppose delta is the area of this region, then delta, that means area of region A, will be given by integration x plus 2 dx minus 1 to 1 by 2, minus 1 to 1 by 2 plus integration 4 minus 3x, 4 minus 3x dx 1 by 2 to 1 minus integration x square dx, x square dx minus 1 to 1. That is area of this region delta will be equal to integration this plus integration this minus integration this. Now we will calculate this area. Here is definite integral x plus 2 limit minus 1 to 1 by 2. To find the value of this definite integral, we will first find indefinite integral. That means integration x plus 2 dx. without writing limit of integration. This is indefinite integral. To integrate sum of such two terms, what we do is that we integrate first term with respect to x, write plus sign, then integrate second term with respect to x. That is equal to integration x dx plus, this is constant number. Constant number can be taken outside the integration sign like this, 2 times integration dx. To find the value of this integral, we will use this formula, x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. By using this formula, integration x dx can be written as 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 plus 2 times integration of dx is equal to x. Therefore, integration of dx is x. This becomes equal to x square by 2 plus 2x. This is indefinite integral. This is indefinite integral of x plus 2. Therefore, delta is equal to first write indefinite integral x square by 2 plus 2x. X square by 2 plus 2x. Now enclose this expression with this bracket and write minus 1 here at the bottom right corner and 1 by 2 at the top right corner. This is value of this will give value of definite integral of x plus 2 dx limit minus 1 to 1 by 2. Similarly, indefinite integration of 4 minus 3x integration 4 minus 3x minus 3, this is 3x dx will be equal to integration of first term 4 dx minus integration of second term 3x dx. This is constant number, therefore 4 can be taken outside the integration sign. 3 is constant, therefore 3 can be taken outside the integration sign. We know that integration dx is equal to x, therefore this becomes equal to 4x minus 3 times. We know the formula x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. By using this formula, value of x dx will be equal to x to the power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. This is equal to 4x minus 3x square by 2. Therefore, definite integration 1 by 2 1 by 2 1 4 minus 3x dx will be equal to 4x minus 3x square by 2. Enclose this expression inside this bracket and write lower limit 1 by 2, upper limit 1. Therefore, this plus value of this is this 4x minus 3x square by 2 1 by 2 to 1. Now we calculate integration, indefinite integration x squared dx, x squared dx. By using this formula, x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Its value will be equal to x to the power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is equal to x cube by 3. Therefore, definite value of definite integral will be minus sign minus x cube by 3, x cube by 3, limit of integration minus 1 to 1, minus 1 to 1. To find the value of this expression enclosed inside this bracket and limit minus 1 to 1 by 2, what we do is that first we put upper limit 1 by 2 in place of x, in place of x. This implies delta is equal to 1 by 2 square by 2 plus 2 times 1 by 2. Now write minus sign and put lower limit minus 1 in place of x. Minus 1 square by 2 plus 2 times minus 1. This is value of this expression enclosed inside this bracket and limit minus 1 to 1 by 2. Its value is this. Similarly, now we write value of this. Put 1 in place of x. 4 times 1 minus 3 times 1 square by 2 minus sign. Then put 1 by 2 in place of x. 4 times 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2 times 1 by 2 square. 1 by 2 square minus put 1 in place of x. 1 cube by 3, then minus sign. Now put minus 1 in place of x, minus 1 cube by 3. This implies delta is equal to 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4, 1 by 4 by 2, 1 by 8 plus 1. 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 2 plus 4 minus 3 by 2 minus 2 minus 1 by 2 square 1 by 4, 3 by 4 times 2 8, 3 by 8 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 cube minus 1, minus 1 times minus plus 1 by 3. This implies delta is equal to 1 by 8 minus minus plus 3 by 8. 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8. Minus 1 by 2. Minus 3 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2. This integer 1 plus 1 minus minus plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 minus 2 and here is minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3. This implies delta is equal to 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8, 4 by 8 and 4 by 8. After cancelling out, we leave 1 by 2 minus the value of this bracket will become 2. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 minus 2, 5 plus 5 minus 2 by 3. This implies delta is equal to 5 minus 2, 3 and 1 by 2 minus 2 by 3. 1 by 2 minus 2 by 3. This implies delta is equal to 3 plus 3 minus 4 by 6. This implies delta is equal to 3 plus minus 1 by 6. 3 minus, not plus but minus 1 by 6. This implies delta is equal to 6, 18 minus 1. This implies delta is equal to 18 minus 1, 17. 17 by 6. Now problem is solved.